Eli Sandoval adds his own music to the music of the forest in the Hono o Pali Natural Area Reserve on Kauai. Like all natural area reserves, or NARs, across Hawaii, Hono o Pali is a special and unique place.
This particular reserve is unique in the sense that it encompasses three major forest types: lower mesic, mid-elevation, and wet montane forest types.
Well, they are very representative of diverse native forests, and each of the NARs represents some different type of ecosystem. So up here in Hono o Pali, you have a variety between lowland dry forest to the mesic to wet montane bogs. So we definitely have a variety of ecosystems, and a lot of them have over 200 species, native endemic species.
Hono o Pali stretches from sea level from the spectacular Napali coastline up to the Alakai Plateau in the Hanalei and Waimea districts. It is home to dozens of endangered plant and bird species, many of which can only be found on Kauai. The reserve protects native forest watersheds.
And the state has recognized that this is a very important resource to protect. And the Rain Follows the Forest initiative is designed to essentially protect this resource. And the idea is that if we can maintain these forest ecosystems intact as much as possible, we will be able to keep recharging the water table.
Much of the trail here is through the Alakai Swamp, which has several miles of boardwalk to protect native species and to help keep hikers and hunters from getting literally bogged down in the mud. In 2014, crews will be building nearly 3.5 miles of ungulate-proof fence in the reserve, much of it parallel to the boardwalk. Ungulates are hooved animals.
Going along with the Rain Follows the Forest initiative, it's a very important component to a watershed that needs protection, and thus what the management plan calls for is a ungulate-proof fence. Soon there will be construction of an ungulate-proof fence from Kilohana Point to Pihea Point, which is the outermost boundary of the Hono o Pali on the plateau.
Public access will not be impacted by the fence. Crews are at work removing invasive Himalayan ginger and Australian tree fern from the native forest.
Erosion exists. This is a natural fact, but many of these species encourage and enhance this erosion. And so when that occurs, when you have a loss of the bank for recharge, which is the forest, you have more runoff, you have higher sediment count in your streams, so that leads to more problems lower in the watershed, increased flooding, more sediment within the water. It basically, you're selling yourself short. You'd be destroying your resource. Your resources will not be as pure and pristine as you would like. So I think that's one of the basic gists or components of the Rain Follows the Forest initiative, is to protect that resource and ensure that generations will be able to benefit as custodians of the resource. So it's a very noble idea.
Gates and stepovers will be installed at trailheads and access points along the fence to facilitate ease of access for hikers, hunters, gatherers, and anyone who uses this area. The fence is part of a comprehensive management plan intended to protect native forest watersheds, essential for providing Kauai's fresh water supply. When forests disappear, the source of fresh water for Hawaii disappears. That impacts everyone, not just the enjoyment of people who use this particular trail in this particular natural area reserve.